Starlight essences from level 2 are 62 essences, and they are all related to 10 different starlight systems that support Earth and humankind in their own development. And so there we are really talking about starlight realms, different dimensions, experiencing the starlight worlds. There are always temples that are related to the initiation cycles and the light information of these different starlight systems. And we all come from there. So we all come from the starlight world. Nearly everyone who is incarnated on Earth has a connection to different starlight worlds. And so when we work with the starlight essences from the level 2 group, then we bring this support from this starlight worlds and starlight systems into the energy system of someone. So the whole idea about this is that we incarnate with our special potential and qualities, our own creation power of light, and we want to share our gifts with the Earth. We want to create something. We want to contribute to the earthly development, to creation of lightful structures, to be part of the light net of Earth, and so on. So we have potentials within ourselves, and we already live some aspects of these potentials, some aspects more than others, maybe. But then there are also some like missing links, and sometimes we need something that comes in additionally, or that is awakened within ourselves. So we have that as a lively quality as well, accessible. And then of course we have our own soul visions, our own soul dreams for our life and for Earth. And so these starlight essences from level 2, they grant insights and access to these own soul visions. So it's very beautiful what you can perceive about someone when they pick their essences for their topics. And then it's all about your own path that you want to complete, the things that you want to reach, your own soul goals, your incarnation goals. There are always steps on that path. So sometimes you complete something through certain circumstances in your life, through challenges, and there's something that you want to achieve. And so working with the starlight essences from level 2 really help to get out of the small little box and perception of maybe a situation in your life, and it all seems so complicated, and you are not connected to your higher realms that you would need to actually go through this situation. Or there are certain things all of a sudden required from you, skills that you haven't touched so far, and now life is calling for that. Maybe in your own family, in your life, or at work, wherever it might be. Or there are talents knocking on the door that you haven't been aware of at all. And so the starlight essences support any kind of issues. And bring in the starlight from these different dimensions. And to be able to work with these starlight essences from level 2, it needs, of course, a perception that needs to be opened for the starlight, and an energy channel needs to be established that connects you with all these different starlight systems. And so I initiate a starlight channel either in your heart chakra or in your 8th chakra, if you have 8th chakra access. And then the first 3.5 days we travel via the starlight channel to all these different starlight systems, and there you collect your own potentials, the light that has been there for you, waiting to make you more complete in your incarnated being on Earth. And it's a very safe way to travel as well, the different starlight worlds. And then of course you need to get to know the starlight essences and how they can be used. But the transformation for yourself into an incarnated starlight being yeah, so that your own starlight starts to shine in your aura and to create a happy flow in your life. That happens in the second part of the training in these 5 days. And it's very fascinating to see how all of a sudden this light arrives and changes your presence. Yeah, it's like an awakening, and some people have stars in their aura, they start to shine all of a sudden. And so this second level of the training is very much first about yourself to getting there, and then of course to work with the starlight essences for the people, or feng shui wise for earth or projects. So there are specific techniques and ways to work with the essences. But now I really would like to briefly go through the 10 different starlight systems that are related to the starlight essences. So it starts with 10 essences from Sirius. Sirius is a star very close to Earth. There is also a level of duality, like on Earth. It's where all the light beings go through like training and experiencing a dual system of polarity, where plus and minus, light and darkness, and so on exist. So before the incarnation in the Earth system happens, the light beings already learn what it means to be an incarnated light being with the female expression or male expression, so how to use these creation levels, the different healing of light, the rainbow cycle of the chakras, all that exists on Sirius, and all the different starlight systems have their own angelic realms that also support the work with starlight that wants to come from there to Earth. And so the participants, they go through this initiation cycle on Sirius to be able to work with that light that comes from Sirius and to use the starlight essences accordingly to their purpose. So there are different ones. Some are for healing, some are for synchronization, some are to bring more chakra energy from higher frequencies of creation into your own chakra system. So there are many different aspects that can be worked on with the essences from Sirius. And then there's the next system. It's the starlight system of the Orion. We have 7 essences from there. And the Orion is a system that is all about the natural law of creation. So you can experience on Orion the divine natural law of creation in many different aspects. And the nature kingdom is also connected to the Orion and the nature spirits. So after the downfall of Atlantis, this creation levels of the nature kingdoms has been stored and kept on Orion. And so from there it's coming back to Earth and share their own knowledge and light with us. And the essences from the Orion support our advanced perception levels and our ability to hear, to listen, and to bring more expansion into our own light, and to work with the sound vibration of the starlight. And also the angelic realm from the Orion supports the manifestation of light on Earth accordingly to the divine natural law. So we can do a lot with the essences of the Orion to serve this awakening on light and the golden age that's beginning to be shaped on Earth. And then we have 3 essences from Venus. Venus is a place where there are the light beings, masters of the heart chakra, and so Venus is in charge to support other planets in this awakening process of the heart chakra. It has a lot to do with Christ light that comes from higher dimensions into creation. It's all about the unfolding of your own heart chakra qualities in a new way. So the essences from Venus are very supportive to get into this own presence and to share the gifts through your own love, and to welcome the Christ light and the Christ consciousness. It's very special to work with the essences of Venus for this purpose. And so whenever it needs a stronger support from Venus, we can bring that in through these three essences, so that the heart chakra of people and of places start to unfold and start to blossom more and more and get attuned to this higher vibration that are starting to be naturally on Earth. The next system, there are 5 essences from Ceres. It's a planet where you learn to serve the light in a very powerful way, and it's connected to use your light through your love from your heart. But there it's all about the power of love, the power of light, and that you really take your place as a light being on Earth, and that your awareness gets sharpened and for the energetic world and what's happening, and to be able to transform maybe shadows or darkness into light. So they are very helpful tools, and also to bring a stronger presence into your entire energy system, so it gives you like a backup for yourself. So you have a strong support in moving forward, or to work with the light and to move on and to share your own light, and not being afraid of outer circumstances or maybe people who don't like what you do. So we all have to stand our own ground in a way as a light being, and to actually contribute in the creation of the light net and lightful structures on Earth. So that's the essences from Ceres. And then we have 7 essences from the sun of our own solar system. So one of the main qualities of the sun is the peace energy. So the sun supports our own inner sun in our solar plexus chakra, but the sun as well, it brings the light. It really enlightens. It helps you to follow your destiny. It supports your own life flow. It helps you to reach your goals. It lets you experience your own eternal light presence. And it helps you to attune your own body energy to the higher radiation of light that's naturally now happening on Earth. It helps you to cope better with the sun's energy. So there are many different ways to work with the starlight essences of the sun. And we have also the essence Ganesha that comes from the sun, so that's a very powerful support to free your path, to remove obstacles, and to get more attuned to the new creation story that's starting to unfold on Earth, and we are all part of it when we are incarnated in this time right now. If we are aware of it or not, it's just happening, and it's great to get support, to really following your own flow, and to share your own light and to take your place. So, and that's all supported with the essences from the sun. Then we have 3 essences of Lemuria moon. So the moon, out of the time of Lemuria, it's a long time ago in the linear time scale, where we had 3 moons. And these 3 moons were all connected to different creation aspects of the Divine Mother. And Earth itself is an expression of the Divine Mother in a way. And so it has to do with leading a life more in tune with the rhythms, the natural rhythms, the rhythms of nature, the purity of your own soul, the healing with the energy of the Divine Mother, the path of the shaman, there is this moon temple of the white goddesses where all this creation information of the time of Lemuria, of the moon, are stored, and it's accessible for us again. And these three Lemuria moon essences, they help in many different ways to get in touch with the natural rhythm of your own soul, the natural rhythm of your body, and to be attuned to the new Shakti levels that come through the moon to us in our time we are living in right now. So they are beautiful essences to experience unity with the Divine Mother of all creation, and the dedication to this Divine Mother, and to see and earth as well in this way. And these three essences really bring many, many gifts as well to all the women who start to awaken in their female creation power, to bring a new sisterhood to earth, where everybody shares their light and their gifts, and to create new communities in a way. So wonderful support through Lemuria moon essences. Then we have another star system, and that's called Salerno. And that's a system out of unity. So we have there the cosmic temple of unity, and it's all about the creation of light from the original source of light, where everyone origins from, with their own light frequencies and the sound stream. And so at the beginning there's no shape. And so Salerno connects you with this own creation of light. So you get in touch with your own sound vibration, with your own light, the crystallization of light, your own starlight dress that belongs to you, that represents certain qualities that you have as a soul. And from your starlight journey, there might be more stars in the starlight dress. The lightness that belongs to us as a light being, that's all is supported from the starlight essences from Salerno. It's really the step from being one, from the God consciousness into individualization, into your individual form as a light being, and to start your own journey of your own creation, your own development, with the goal, of course, to return back into unity. But that's what Salerno is all about. It's really getting in touch with the very beginning of your soul journey, and to invite that light and to bring it into the here and now. And there are also essences that support this journeying that we have been doing and still doing, so that we don't get lost somewhere, that we always find a way. And so it's all linked with our incarnated being. And there's the magenta essence that really helps you to get in touch with the abundance of light and with the natural law that belongs to oneself, and to apply it in one's own life, and to leave maybe the realms in between worlds, so that you really are connected with your sources and not with past life experiences, and are stuck in there. So it really helps you to move on, free of your own past. And the other thing that's related to Salerno from the angelic realm, it's the realms of the archangels. They exist there on Salerno, and two of them have given their light frequencies into the starlight essences, and one is Archangel Gabriel and the other one is Archangel Michael. So very powerful support to awaken your light, to experience divine grace and the transformation that's needed. So that's all about Salerno. And then there's the next system, it's Pavitra, from there comes support from the divine levels of creation, like from Krishna, the praising of the light, the joyfulness, the being one with the light, finding your own place in the spiritual hierarchy, where everyone has their own place, and also to connect with the original source of bliss, where the creation origins from. The bliss nourishes all creation, and all creation returns into the source of bliss. So that's, for example, in the Anandama essence. So it's great support that we have through these 5 essences when it's about living your own creation power, finding out about your own place in heaven and on earth, and to really manifest your soul dream and your visions, and following accordingly to your own creation task that you do have. And then we have 3 essences from the star system Alpha. That's mainly about becoming aware of the time windows that open from time to time to achieve a certain goal, to receive insights into the soul journey, and also to delete all traces and to collect all potential that might still be attached to previous incarnation or other worlds, so that everything comes in and supports the actual presence of the being, and to be more attuned to the spiritual world and to receive insights and messages, and experience yourself with your whole support team that you have in the spiritual world, different light beings, companions, or spiritual teachers you have. So it's great support that we have from the 3 essences from Alpha. And the last system of the 10, that's the Pleiades. Some call the Pleiades the 7 sisters, so there are 7 stars who form the Pleiades. And the Pleiades, they are very much advanced compared to the earthly development. They are many hundred millions of years ahead of the earthly development. And so they are masters in the use of energy and light, new energy technologies, the healing of light, new dimension gates, connecting further cosmic realms exist on the Pleiades, creation temple of light. There are many different aspects that we have with these 10 essences from the Pleiades, but also some essences who immediately support our incarnated being and our physical body as well in this ascension process that we are going through. So there are essences that support, for example, the lungs, so that we can be more attuned to a greater expansion of light, and that we can get into the rhythm of the breath of God as a source of unlimited chi and energy, and so that really helps getting a more extended presence of light into your system. But also our brain needs like adjustment or fine channels that need to be attuned, so the current that runs in the brain. So there's one essence, Ptolemaeus, number 88, that supports this attunement and the brain to get connected as well. And there's another essence, it's called Lotus. So that's an essence that has a connection to the Starlight Lotus of Stonehenge. So it helps to bring all the different lotus healing qualities to earth, and it helps with the flow from heaven to earth that happens for everyone, so that we can really open up and get our own connection to heaven, so that our light from heaven can pour in and flow through, and it joins with the earthly energy, so that these 2 energies can harmonize in a flow that nourishes our whole system. And it's really great to perceive what's possible with the lotus essence that we also have as a spray. So when we use the spray in the aura, this flow of your own starlight happens immediately. It's very inspiring, and lets you experience that you are an extended light being. yeah, you have your body as a vessel, but your true being is a light being, and now it's time to live your life accordingly to that. Yeah, so these are the 10 essences, systems, and so we have them as well as the support for Earth. So there are light beings from all the systems who serve in the parallel world, in the Earth atmosphere, to create a new light matrix for Earth. And then there are the incarnated light beings from the different starlight systems. And sometimes I call them the ground staff, because certain things you can only do when you have a body and you are incarnated. Yeah, to really bring a change to Earth and into the structures of Earth. But we have a cooperation. Yeah, it's a joint work. We have the abundance of light streaming in from all these different systems. And whenever we need something, this support is immediately there. And with the essences, we can bring it in, clear and precise, to support the people. Yeah, so everything arrives what we need. Everything is awakened from within what we need. And then we have a happy flow of sharing all our gifts and contributing to the creation of new lightful world on Earth. So that's level 2. And as you can imagine, it's a very intense second part of the training. And then working with the essences is pure pleasure and joy, because it's very lightful. You have access to everything you need all the time. And you can help others tremendously to awaken in their own light presence. And there's also a workshop that you learn to run, a Starlight Connection workshop, where you work with the specific essences of one system and get to know the Starlight system much more than before, and work accordingly to essences that people pick. So it's a great way as well to bring more Starlight to us, to be able to run the Starlight Connection workshops. Yeah, so that's all about Starlight Essences Level 2.